Gratitude greetings. It's a beautiful day and we're truly blessed. In this heart to heart conversation with Geetika and Sunny, today's special guest is Nuria Otmani. Nuria is a mentor for women, guiding them to reconnect with their original frequency through human design, somatic practices, self inquiry, and soul centered tarot readings. As a mother, she embraces motherhood as one of the most radical spiritual journeys where divine intervenes with the embodied. She brings innovative insights, intuitive guidance, and so much more with her beautiful smile and divine energy. Yes, she loves helping women question old patterns, trust inner wisdom, and navigate life with presence and authenticity. Thank you so much, Nuria, for being here.
Thank you. It's a really pleasure to just open myself to this sharing with you all. Thank you.
What is the secret of your smile?
Sorry?
Secret of your smile.
Well, I think we share that because you also smile a lot.
I take the credit, thanks.
Yeah.
But you have been a very spiritual being, calm being, a loving soul, radiating joy, godliness, divine virtues before meeting me. We just met for the first time today.
Yes.
So, what is the secret? Did you read books, or did somebody put some ashes on you, or did you do some mantras? What happened that you are such a cheerful soul?
Well, indeed, I was not raised like this. I was raised in a family very intellectual, like not at all related with anything divine or God. So I was really raised to not think about that possibility. That didn't make any sense. And I faced a lot of the struggles I think we all face when we are lacking and we are having that void and we don't understand why. And so I had like many years of really sadness, depression, and not understanding my real nature because it didn't feel with this idea that I'm just a body having a connection of neurons and something like that. So it was from this longing that it came more this wish to understand farther. And I would say I tried to read books like spiritual books, but it always took me away from really embodying the divine within me. Like I have some examples when I was a teenager. Like I remember, if I can tell you this little story, I remember, I don't know how, I was maybe
Sure.
13, 14, and I got this book, this yoga book. I was born in Spain, no idea about yoga. My family, no idea about yoga. And I was reading this book and I wanted to try a position in that book and everything looked so complex. I was like, oh, the warrior and like this. And I was like, I have no idea how to do it. And then I turn into the last page and I see this, the last position when you just surrender, you just lay on, you just lay, you don't do anything, you just surrender to the divine, this end position. And I was like, okay, that's easy, that I can do, I don't need any kind of training for that. So I lay down and there was this most amazing experience of myself of connecting with everything and stop being separated. And I was like, what's really going on? Years later, I read about yoga and I was like, oh, this is what I felt. So for me, experience has always been before, knowledge in books. And each time I was reading a book, it would somehow destroy a little bit the experience. It will try to make it into a box and then it will destroy the infinitive experience that we can embody just when we connect to our true self and our heart. I don't know I think you can also relate to that, right?
Yeah, because I am INTJ in MBTI, D in DISC. So I am not I or intuitive right brain. So surrender. I'm more in one's energy, in tarot. Make it happen. Chalo Tiruvannamalai. Let's go to Tiruvannamalai. I need to do. So I'm in the doing energy. So now Geetika has been training me, Sunny. Drop the fear of cups. Move to
Mhm.
wands. Sorry. Hold your wands and feel the pentacles. Be in the strength card, magician card, fool card, little bit of tarot. Yeah.
Mhm. Yes.
So I need to learn to surrender, to
Yes.
believe, to live in faith like you.
And
Okay, in school, nobody says, "Excuse me, I want to be a human design trainer, mentor for women, breaking the old patterns." Right? We all say, "Excuse me, I'm going to be a doctor, a nurse, a teacher, an engineer." So how did Nuria become a tarot reader, a human design coach?
no, that's a good question. Let me think.
This is the first time somebody has told. Good question, because I and Geetika always interview together, and Geetika gets all the compliments. Great question, deep question.
It is indeed a good question because I would say it makes you go a little bit backwards and really see your life and find sense of your life. Sometimes we are taking steps and we don't trust those steps. We don't understand like what is gonna come from that, like because the what we envision is not still there. So when you ask this kind of question, it helps me to go back and see like, wow, yeah, it's been a shift because I wanted to be a biologist, which indeed I study because I love nature, I love animals. But then I entered the system and I was like, well, I don't know this way of competing. And it didn't work for me. I love nature, but I didn't want to relate that way. So I did many things. And this is also related to my human design. Then I understood, like, I was fighting with my steps. And then when I understood how I function, which is related to your human design, then I was like, oh my God, this all makes sense because I'm here to experience different things, different situations, different relations. I'm here then to integrate them, and afterwards, wisdom come. So I'm not here to say, like, oh, not this tool or not this tool. It's like the tool comes and somehow it helps me to understand something, like I was dealing with hard relationships and then the tarot brings me clarity. So all those tools are helpful in order to go deeper into myself. So it was not something like, oh, I want to be a tarot reader. It just comes to me through a friend. She's been a tarot reader since she was 14 years old. And she was like, Nuria, I think this could be for you. And I was like, no, tarot is for just foreseeing the future. And then I was like, drop all your expectations. Nothing to do with that. And life tells you again and again, like there is more than you think. It's always breaking this program within yourself.
Thank you. Now, looking at me, you know who I am. What is your three key pieces of advice? Knowing me, self motivated hero 5 by 2. I am a cute reflector as you see me.
Mhm.
And all open chakras, undefined. What
Thank you.
else? My gift is 19. So,
Mhm.
what is your advice for me?
Well, having in front of me a reflector, definitely it makes me humble to really give you an advice. So I would definitely remind you that within you, you know that as you might know, like you are a lunar type. So the way that you connect with the cosmos has nothing to do with the other types that we are. So I would definitely remind you to trust, not try to fit, honor your wisdom, honor your openness, and at the same time, don't get lost on that openness. Like each time, ask yourself who I am today, beyond what I feel, beyond what I amplify from the others. And honor that and allow yourself to stop whatever you need to stop, go in whatever you need to go in if really feels true to yourself. And I don't know, I think I'm going beyond three, but I would say time is your great ally. Like, you don't need to run, you don't need to force things, you don't need to make them work. You are here just sampling the community. You are here to be in the center and to be this invisible force that is able to make the best out of everybody. So just trust your uniqueness. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nuria. Now I'll pass it on to my favorite tarot reader. She's equanimous, she's calm, she's cool. She's worked on herself for 14 years, 2 hours every day. She's a generator, a tarot life coach. She's gracefully seen ups and downs of life. She's gone through her journey with engineering, double masters, director medal, UPSC, how it feels like the world. Now she helps women with emotional and financial freedom. Over to Geetika Dadwwaani and you for answers.
Yes, welcome, Nuria, to Align and Thrive show. And the first thing that was coming into my mind while you were sharing your all the experiences about yoga and then your tarot journey, and you are also into human design. So I think you are the right person who can answer this. That what is common that you have seen in these modalities, and um, what is the main motive even to learn these sciences? Is it only curiosity, or is it much more deeper than that?
Well, I would say, okay, I love this question. It's just like, okay, let me tune into this question. Um, there are different reasons why people come, but all of them they cannot postpone going deep into themselves. You know, having a look of the things that they have been postponing. That with the rush of life, sometimes we prioritize certain things, and definitely all these modalities takes you to be back in the present, to really acknowledge what are the blocks that doesn't allow you to be your fullest, most authentic version of yourself, who can now foresee and take the right decision. So people sometimes are coming wobbling a little bit, like, for example, with the tarot, it comes so much this question like, oh, what would happen with this person? What would happen with my job? What would happen? And I'm just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, let's open this. And then they are like, okay, underneath all of this is what is really playing on the back, which is indeed what we need to acknowledge. And we postpone because we have sometimes all these, all these wishes. But in order to fulfill our wishes, we really need to go back into the self, the really who I am, who is the one who wants all those wishes. So it helps them to take all the veils, I would say. So it doesn't matter the way you come, it just these deep tools like tarot that has been for centuries and centuries, the human design that takes so many old science, like ancient wisdom, all of them somehow move you in order to go back to yourself.
Yes. So the main purpose is going back to the self and serve in a way in which universe want you to serve, rather than running your brain, or you know going towards your wishy desires mindlessly, that I would say. And
That's
I think,
perfectly, yes, that's what I would say. Perfect words, dear. Yes.
yeah. So, sometimes we think, because of the distractions you say, because of the environment, we tend to think that this is for me, this is might be somebody else is doing, I'm made for this. But certainly with your answer, I can realize that we forget in the journey who we truly are, and why can't we acknowledge that itself?
Yes.
So,
And
yes,
yes,
yes.
I feel inspired by what you say. Yes.
Yes, yes. So I was about to ask that, so which is your favorite modality, that is the go-to thing, number one thing, that whenever you feel confused, or whenever you feel like, digging deeper, maybe for answers or something, what is your go-to thing?
Well, I rest in being, self-inquiry, I would say, is the core of it, because human design tells you, okay, your human experience works this way in this life. That's how you function. And it's very, very useful because we are having a human experience. Tarot is also like, will tell you, okay, this is what is on your human experience is being played around. But for me, it's not enough, because I'm not my human experience, just my human experience. So that's why self inquiry, who I am, rest in being, really brings me back to my truth, to our truth. And from then, everything can be transmuted in love, compassion, and light. So whenever there is doubt, there is fear, I realize, oh, it's the separate me there. So I just lay in bed and I just allow to move through me without any kind of identification with the story. So I don't pick up a card, or I just rest in being. That would
Yes,
be my way.
yes, yes, wonderful. Um, So thank you, Nuria. And one last thing that I want to ask about myself. I am generator, and my strongest sense is feeling, and I am right angle cross of service, and my greatest gift is the vision. So, what do you think, as a human design expert, you would like to tell me or guide me something from your end?
Do you know your profile, by the way?
Yeah,
Could you tell us, please?
yeah. So, um,
If you
yes.
know, otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, in the sense that what you want to know about it means type.
It yeah, no, the profile, because for me, human design is so vast, so many
Yes,
things.
yes,
Like it's
yes.
but when I focus on somebody, I would focus on the type. As for
Okay.
example, Sunny, like reflector is very interesting because it's 1% of the population that has it. So it's very
Mhm.
interesting that already. Then the type, then I love the profile before, because the profile tells
So
you a lot
profile
of
for
how.
A
Geetika
great
is,
life
yeah,
experimenter.
yeah, great life experimenter, 3 by
3
5.
by 5.
3 5. Okay, yeah, beautiful. Okay,
They're
because
good,
I love.
good.
Huh?
They're good, good.
Well, that's what I
Good,
say.
good.
Like, it's not good or bad. It's not good or
Yes.
bad, but then you have challenges to go through. Yeah,
Yes.
like there is challenges. You as a third line, you learn here through error. You
Yes.
make mistakes and then you learn. You make mistakes, and it can be very heavy. Like my son is a 3 5, so I see that every single day. And yes, it's like to really be able to make something work, you go through a whole process of trial and error, and that can be very exhausting and so much misunderstood by everybody. It's like,
Yes.
why you are making mistakes all the time? Like, please pay attention. I suppose your parents and many people were like pushing you, like, oh God, is something wrong with me or what?
Yes. Yes.
And it's like, I see you are a masterpiece. Everybody's a masterpiece once you understand that each mistakes gets you closer to really perfection. Like I see my child when he's building his Lego, he can make his cars and he has thousands of mistakes. And still he tries. Each mistake gets him closer if he doesn't get frustrated and you give it up. And you are like, okay, this is too much, something else, you know? So that's what I say, like, honor your mistakes.
Hmm.
Don't hide them, because that's what I see sometimes. It's like, oh my God, I don't want anybody to see this. So many mistakes. It's like, don't hide them, because we see you going through all your mistakes and we are like, wow, that resilience, that capacity to continue to keep on. That's amazing. Like, how did you do that? That's what we want from you. Instead of like, oh, I'm embarrassed by all so many mistakes. I hope nobody can see that. And then you have the fifth line, which is really powerful. It's a projected line. I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep it short. But a projected line means that in being a fifth line, it's like people comes to you so you can help them to find solutions in their life. And it's like your auric field, it just attract people to you to, okay, could you solve me this? And then you have to stand up on yourself and be like, okay, this is a projection or this is something I can really solve. And to really set boundaries. Because there's so many people that come to your life and be like, solve me this, solve me that. And you are like, no, self-responsibility. So this is like a very specific advice for me as a 3-5, to honor your mistakes. And then when you understand them, that's your gift to share with the world. And just stand up and don't be shy to say, well, I cannot solve this and I'm not here for that. Then is when you get magnetic, then is when you don't get drain your energy, and then your life force as an energetic generator is just expanding. It's like boom, it's like, wow, this woman, how she does it is full of energy and confidence, instead of playing small.
Yes, yes. And
That's, I
that is
suppose you have, yeah, you have a lot of stories about this that I'm saying.
yes, absolutely. So I'm very much firm, and I'm very much firm in whatever I want to do. And let's say if it doesn't work, I'm okay to try something else, try something new, be open about it. But in the process of that, maybe as I say, people misunderstand me, people can judge me negatively. So going through that process becomes tough actually, because I know what I'm doing. I know if it is not working for me, they don't know the whole story, they don't know what I'm going through. So that pushing in those hard times is specifically where I want to get there, becomes like that thing. Yes. And this is also very true that I'm um, the mistakes, I have learned much more from my mistakes than from my successes. This is very
Yeah,
much
that's, yes.
so. It's just like, when I make a mistake, it's a warning for me. I'll not repeat it. I'll not do it again. It's just like way of looking like that, because it's ownership. It's taking personal responsibility, and
Mm.
let's say if something is working perfectly, we don't know how much we have actually did that, because let's say something you have done good, somebody can appreciate it, somebody does even can feel okay about it. So success is also very much subjective to the eyes of the beholder. So I think you are the only one who can decide that this is success for you or this is failure for you. This is where you need to
Mm.
tweak or not, because you are going to lead your life in your own way.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Right.
Yes, yes.
Maybe something I have achieved that can be success in someone's eyes. But internally, I'm not feeling thrilled, excited, or maybe very much inclined to that choice. And now I'm changing my way of doing things or something like that. So this is how it works. Or maybe that's my profile is being experimenter, that I also experiment with the things. But yes, I learned through my experiences. That's the truth.
And this is what you share is completely a 3-5 wisdom, to be honest. Like you are speaking your truth through your experiences. So that's why, for example, with children, it's not so much about studying at university and books. That's another profile, you know. That's we have the 1-3 profile, which is like related more to be a specialist, but it's not your case. Your wisdom and what you will attract from others towards you is the what you are really being witness of, all the mistakes, all that you learned through all those mistakes, because each time is like the phoenix, you know, you are reborn through each mistake if you allow them to really transform you and don't think like, oh, I made something bad.
Hmm.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful profile. I found it challenging. I mean, that's why it's not good or bad. Each one has their own challenges. And of course, like in this life where we want perfection and people push you to be perfect and not show any kind of mistake, be successful without mistakes. The third line, it's just really struggling a lot in certain social groups, to be honest.
Yes, yes.
But you are doing amazing. Love what you share. Thank you.
Thank you, Nuria. Thank you so much for your time, energy, and for all the sharings that you did today in this show. I know that it is going to be helpful to all the viewers who are watching us. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that. And yes, over to you, Saniji.
Thank you, Nuria, for bringing smile on Geetika's face. She must be so relieved. Someone on the planet understood her. Very good.
Thank you
Nuria,
so much. Thank you so much.
this show is about you, your magic, your wisdom. I'm sure everyone watching is going to be super curious. They're going to come to you, talk about their design, want to know their design, want to liberate, because everyone on the planet needs this. Self awareness is everything. But apart from all these serious questions, I'll come to a easy question. Three things you love about yourself. Give me a worldly answer. It could be nose, eyes, also. It could be a spiritual answer. Give me both. Because I know it,
What?
spiritual answer will flow just like that.
So
I'm
three
not this
truths.
body. I love my soul.
Okay. So three truths about myself. Um, okay. I'm learning to be soft towards myself. I can be soft and at the same time hold responsibilities. I'm learning that it don't have to be one thing or the other, that it's, you know, in God's divine sphere, it don't have to be or this or that. We can be happy and at the same time, you know, struggle. It's possible. We can be spiritual and we can have a business. We can have a family. And so I'm just learning the and frequency. And I'm in peace more and more with this avatar, because sometimes with spiritually, we fight with our body and we are like, oh, and it's like, no, it's nice to enjoy the food. It's nice to take care of our body. It's nice to take care of our system. So I'm more and more with this like love towards what it helps me to be in front of you talking and sharing with you. So thank you so much for bringing also my awareness towards me. Thank you.
Welcome. Let's play one word answers now. Love in one word.
Yes.
Love in one word.
Only one?
One word answers. Love in one word.
Love in one word. Surrender.
Happiness in one word.
Children.
Struggle in one word.
Struggle in one word. Dancing. I don't know why.
No, I like the answer. Let's dance through the struggles. Faith in one word.
Well, I have Ramana Maharshi's in front of me, pictures of Ramana.
India in one word.
Purple.
Yoga in one word.
Union.
Your son in one word.
Oh, chaos.
He's Krishna. He's a blessing. Nuria in
Yeah.
one word.
One.
Yes. No words can thank you. And a big thank you to Kirti who connected us. When she connected us, it was just, wow, traveler. So I thought, okay, it'll be about travel, life, spirituality, life lessons. But human design came as a blessing. And as you said, this is a surprise, no expectations. Geetika and I also don't have expectations. We just flow with the flow. Geetika had no clue she'll be asking these questions. 3, 5, great life experimental. So, thank you for all the love and blessings. No words can thank you, Nuria. And yes, we are truly blessed today. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I really love this space. Like it feels like we were sitting in the living room, sharing our hearts out. And I wish this we could do like everybody, like we really can relate in a true way that we can just share our beings together. That's something so precious for me. So thank you for bringing this space and trusting yourself for this.